Ay, go. Jess is back, Mitches. Hi everyone, it's Grisha from The Book Nerd. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is where we talk about the trials and tribulations of book nerds in developing countries. If you're not new here, yes, I am back from the grave, but I don't know for how long. So thank you for hanging out with me today. So here we are, barefaced, no time to look cute. I'm just gonna go and do a quick run through of my Big Bad Wolf books haul for this year. So stick around. Charing, iring, ha! Charing, iring. So I know it's been a while since we did a video, and I have nothing but life to blame for that. Life's happening. I can't find a beat to make videos, but hopefully I'll get into the zone again once and for all. But yeah, for now, let me just get into our Big Bad Wolf books haul. Big Bad Wolf books was here from August 6th to 16th, and as per usual, they brought with them about 1 million books, and luckily we still got into the preview day. Preview day was a lot different this year from the last year. Last year was super hectic, and if it wasn't for the media line at the cashier, it would have taken us like 1 million years to finish it. But this year I think they got their groove on that, and it was so very organized, and there wasn't a lot of crowds actually, so it was good. I loved it. The things that I didn't like, there were still a good selection of books, but I don't think it was as good as the last year. But still, which makes it all the more embarrassing that I have this much books. But hey, we still got a lot of good books. Again, this is split between me and my sisters. Not everything in the pile is mine. Maybe I have a couple, around 4 I guess, is my personal choice, but the rest of them are theirs. So I'm just gonna, let's just begin it. Okay, let's just start. One of the things that I like most about this year's Big Bad Wolf book sale was that they still had that Roald Dahl collection. And so for this year, last year I think we got 1. This year we got 3 of them. We have one of them, Innocence. These are unopened still. We have Lust. And it still has the price tag on. Can you see it? It's around 190 pesos each. And the last one is War. So these are autobiographical stories from Roald Dahl himself. Now, as we all know, he's a very accomplished writer of children's stories. He gave us Matilda, he gave us a lot of good things, but then not a lot of people know that he also writes for adults. And these like autobiographical stories from him are amazing. So I've started to read Innocence during my commutes to and from the house because it's so gamay. You can put it in your bag. It's very handy. And I really like the way he narrates things. Like, you know, I read somewhere that English people are the best storytellers in the world. Roald Dahl, technically it's not English, he's Norwegian. But I really love the way he tells the stories of his youth. Like, you're really there. I mean, the process is very simple. But then he takes you to that journey of his childhood, to his summer home in Norway, to his experiences as a kid, growing up at the turn of the century. It's crazy. I love it. One thing that I like most about Innocence is that you can see glimpses of the characters in his story from his real life experiences. Like, for example, in boarding school, there's a story there about their matron, and it really resembles the headmaster and Matilda, which is so funny. But yeah, we have all 3 and I love it. So that's that. And then we have, oh, I love this one, it's my personal pick, Lavinia by Ursula K Le Guin. Ursula K Le Guin is an author that I've heard so often of. Like I mentioned in one of my videos, I think it was the National Bookstore sale haul last November. Ursula K Le Guin is one of the authors that you hear so often about, but I haven't really read her until I encountered her Earthsea collection last year, and I also heard of her through, well, sino pa ba, BTS RM. Namjoon. It's day-based. There's a concept of their music video Spring Day off of The Ones Who Walk Away from Omilas, which is Ursula K Le Guin's short story. Now, I found this one. This is one of the few books that I like from their fiction pile this year. It's Lavinia. It's actually a retelling of Lavinia. I think she's a Greek princess. Is she? Yes, I think she is. I think she has been mentioned in one of the epic poems. Is it the Aeneid? I don't know. She's been mentioned just like once, or from what I know, from what I read in this book. I have read it a bit. I have read it a bit during the commute as well. And so far, Ursula Le Guin says that there is so little written about her in history that she wanted to retell the story of Lavinia. And although I haven't completed this one because I've been stuck reading The Priory of the Orange Tree, this is my next read. I'm really excited on how she paints that world for Lavinia, and also I'm a sucker for retellings, so happy everybody. This one, I don't know how much this is. I took off the price tag. Okay, let's proceed. As you know, there are a lot of non-fiction stuff in Big Bad Wolf books. One of these is We Are So Blessed. Yes, we are. This is for 230 pesos. It's a little cute pocket book of 102 beautiful expressions of faith for prayer, worship, meditation, and everyday devotion. If you're a Christian, or even if you're not, I think you can find inspiration in these words. See? Ayun, gorgeous! I love how they're presented visually. Love Black Jesus. See, they're so beautifully, it's so beautifully illustrated, and I love it. So, that's that. Illustrated reminders of God's grace. This is actually cute. It's great. So, if you're feeling a bit down, you need to digest the word of the Lord in cute little details. This next one is a staple. You can find this almost anywhere that there's a sale. It is, ta-da! Anne Frank's Diary of a Girl. Diary of a Young Girl, actually. I've read Anne Frank before, on and off since high school. And I think we even have a copy of this book at one point, but I think it got lost, so we got another one. I don't know what to say about Anne Frank. Have you read this? Like, as far as reading habits go, I think I started really young at the very serious reads, like Justine Garter and World War II books, including Anne Frank. So when I was younger, I actually read more serious books before compared to now. When I was a teenager, I never read any YA stuff because I thought it was dumb. So my reading diet was this one, Anne Frank, and a slew of other serious books. So after college, I kind of went on a reading rage. I read all the young adult books that I could find, and it went on for years. But now I kind of find myself gravitating towards these types of books again. Some people give YA such a hard time, thinking it's for teenagers. It's not for adults. Can't get anything of sense in YA, but hello, if you think about it, this is a YA book. It literally says Diary of a Young Girl, and it gives you so much insight on what life is like as a Jew during the Nazi occupation of Poland, and I think that says a lot in itself. So, moral lesson, do not diss YA selections. Okay? Okay, thank you, Anne. This one, we got this a few days after the preview day. This is The Snow Queen and Other Tales by Hans Christian Andersen. Oh, okay, so you can fold the pages and then it will turn into this snowflake pattern. But why would you want to fold the pages though? Blasphemy! Don't fold your pages. Unless you dog-ear them and it's really cute, just so you can mark off pages. But I am not a big fan of doing it like this. Ayaw taon, kaloy libro. So that's that. This one is The Power of Meaning. One of my sisters, she's a psychologist, so she's really into that Gestalt therapy thingy, I guess. Viktor Frankl, you know, Man's Search for Meaning. And I guess this book supplements that. So I don't have anything much more to say other than that. But we've got that. Here's another one. This is funny. The Pocket Encyclopedia of Aggravation. You can find a lot of these books there in Big Bad Wolf. Like, should I buy it or not? Should I buy it because it's funny? Should I buy it because it has a very witty title? Okay, so contents include hangnails, ears popping, dead pens. Oh my gosh, yes. Dead pens are very aggravating. Although I have a lot of pens, but whenever one of them dies, it just sucks. Which one? Computer viruses. Okay. See also buffering, keyboard crud, and trolls. Booming car stereos. If you're in the Philippines and you ride a jeepney, you'll know what a booming car stereo is. Like, you can't hear your conscience, it's too loud. And chickens. They should include neighbors' roosters in that list. Anyway, moving on, we have Rewards and Fairies by Rudyard Kipling. Hello. So most of the fiction books that I got were classics, actually. So I think this is book 2, or a companion novel to a previously published story. And it's about fairies. It's about kids who live in this country home and reunite with one of the fairies that live there. And like I told you earlier, back to Roald Dahl, I love how English people tell stories. It's just very, what's the word? It's, I don't know, fantastical, whimsical. They have this way of speaking that really takes you to the time and place specifically. So I read the first few pages of this one. See, I read a lot, but I never finish a lot. I read the first few pages of this one during the bus ride home after shopping for these books, and I love how whimsical it is. So, TBR, walang kahuman ng TBR, you're going there. This one, Ask the Past. What have I been telling you? We got a lot of silly books from the sale. So this one is basically a collection of advice from like ye old days, like really old days. So you get advice on how to cure pimples, how to make macaroni and cheese, how to kill bed bugs, but it's the old school way, like super old. It's so funny. I mean, you can Google these things, but you can't find them all in one place, so it's a silly read. They even advise you on how to sing, so let's see how people sang back in 1650. A singer should not sing through his nose. He must not stammer, lest he be incomprehensible. He must not push with his tongue or lisp, else one will hardly understand half of what he says. Char. Okay. How to tell jokes from 1558. How to make a cheesy omelette. How to cure nausea. Sizzling nutmeg on your stomach. Interesting. So that's the kind of things that you find in this book. It's funny. Up next, Mucha. Art Deco? Is this? It's an art book. Art Nouveau not Art Deco, Art Nouveau. Sorry, I'm dumb. I don't know art. So here are some of the things you find here. Some of that. Gorgeous. So it's a nice coffee table book. One of my sisters, I have a lot of sisters, she was for a time into Art Nouveau, so that's good for her. Ooh, this one. 160 pesos. My god. This is a single shard by Linda Sue Park. How to tell if a book is good or not. Other people do it for you. Is it the Newbery? No, is it? Yeah, it's the Newbery Medal. It's got a Newbery Medal. This one, I've been looking for this book for forever. I read this book back in high school from the same legendary high school library that basically raised me as a human being. It's a very touching story. It's very short. It's a very short book. However, the tale that you find in it is so very moving. There's a reason why this got a Newbery Medal, and I don't know, it's crazy. It's a, yeah, Kirkus reviews, it's a timeless jewel, and it is, I'm just a big fan of this book. So I'm so happy to have finally found this one at Big Bad Wolves for a very discounted price. So when I found it there in the pile, I was like, ah, oh my god, I finally found you. Good job. Good job, Big Bad Wolf Books, for putting on books like that. We only have about 3 books left. Yay! This one. Hello, Tita Sarah. Nagkita na naman tayo. Find each other again. This is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas, my frenemy. So if you remember a few videos ago, I renounced my love for all things Sarah J. Maas. I said I was climbing out of the trash can, and I meant that. However, one just cannot walk away from a 290 peso hardcover copy of Tower of Dawn. And honestly, although this is just supposed to be a novella explaining Kale's story when he journeyed to another continent to find allies against the war for the evil one in Throne of Glass series. Kale is my least favorite character, but I recognize the fact that Sarah J. Maas did him dirty. Now, the thing that I dislike most about Throne of Glass, now that I've taken a step back and now that I don't have the Throne of Glass fever anymore, is that yung Gilsikan, she didn't seem to think the whole story long term. Like, I don't know, just for me as a reader, like, why would you build something up and then just sink the ship to the bottom of the ocean, like how she did with Kale and Selena? Okay, sure, she has a new identity, she's not Selena anymore, but just doesn't make sense. You did him dirty during the first 3 books. She just used Kale as a plot device, somewhat. However, here in Tower of Dawn, he gets his own arc, his own love story, his own adventure, Nesrin too, and yeah, there's just so many building of ships and sinking them. It's like the author herself doesn't really have like a solid plan for them at the beginning. Like, it's very confusing for me. But I really like this book actually as a standalone. It was okay. It was good. It was very exciting. Sarah J. Maas is very good at creating action scenes. That's one of her biggest strengths, and there's a lot of that here in Tower of Dawn. So anyway, I just had to get a copy because I already have like 4 of the books. I just want them to be complete. So there's that. That's around. That's a tea. Last 2, these are design books. There's a lot of them at Big Bad Wolf. One of them is an open path. One of them is an open pen. So it's this. As the A to Z of design and designers. Whoa. It's very heavy. And it's around 500 bucks. I wonder what's inside. I don't want to open it because it's not mine. So if you're a designer, if you're a creative, a visual creative, I think this is very good for you. It's also a good coffee table book for peasants like me. Last but not the least, we have Starfinder. If you're an astronomy nerd, you'll love this. Whoa! It comes with this. Tria good. Ako na-expect. Wait, let me show it to you. It comes with this. It's a star guide, isn't it? Whoa! And it turns. Whoa. Okay, so it's a star guide, Starfinder. It's got here. Ah! Ouchie, ouchie, auga, agay. My pile of books just collapsed. Wait. We've got. Whoa. That's awesome. Whoa. Visually stunning, very informative, and I think kids will love this. I'm an adult and I love it. So yeah, it helps you track the stars. Damn. This would be super helpful when you're somewhere very remote, like in Bantayan Island, where you can see the stars in their full glory. Here in the island that I'm living in, my small island is turning into a city. Did you know we already have a Denny's? A Denny's diner, like I can just walk there. But I'm not gonna eat there because their food is so very expensive. Anyway, the island is slowly turning into a city. You can't find as much stars as you would back in the day. So this would be perfect for like if you're going to somewhere more remote, like Bantayan Island or Camotes. So good choice, child. I just flicked a spider off my wrist. So that's it for this year's Big Bad Wolf Books haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I think we got a total of 15 books. Not too bad for a selection that I didn't like as much as last year. But yeah, I think we got a good haul this year. The only problem now is, where do I put all these books? And I'm so very lucky that my mom didn't, skin me alive when we went home with another pile of books. So yeah, that's that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. It really mean a lot to me. And if you've got a favorite book in our selection, don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell us what you think about the haul. Tell us what you got if you went to Big Bad Wolf Books. And yeah, I guess that's it. I will see you in the next video. I hope we still do see each other in the next video.